It's Bangkok, Captain.
See that cluster of lights there jutting out into the river? That's it. That's Bangkok.
Oh, look, all our boxes.
Aye, and a fair lot they are too.
We packed everything behind our Singapore house. Furniture, everything.
Louise, where are you?
Here I am, Mother.
Oh, there you are.
Mother, do you see that cluster of lights jutting out into the river? That's it. That's Bangkok.
I see them, Louis. It's exciting, isn't it?
Will the King of Siam come down to the dock to meet us?
The king himself? Oh, I don't think so. Kings don't as a rule.
I wonder if you know what you're facing, Mum. An Englishwoman here in the east.
Look, Mother! Look at that boat! Look at the dragon's head in the bow, and all the men standing up carrying torches.
That's the royal barge.
You suppose that's the king, the man sitting under the gold canopy?
No. That's the Kralahome. He's a sort of prime minister, the king's right-hand man, you might say.
Do you suppose he's coming out to meet us?
Yes, there's no doubt of it. They'll wait till we sail past. They'll come around our stern alongside before they come aboard. I might be allowed to offer a word of warning.
What is it, Captain?
That man has power, and he can use it either for you or against you.
Oh, Captain, I really don't think you need to worry about us.
I'm just telling you, Mum, I think you should know.
Thank you.
Look, Mother, they're closer. Mother, the Prime Minister is naked.
Hush, Louis, that's not a nice word. He's not naked. Oh, well, he's half naked.
They all look rather horrible, don't they, Mother? Father would not have liked us to be afraid, would he?
No, Louis. Father would not have liked us to be afraid.
Does anything ever frighten you?
Sometimes.
What do you do?
Well, I whistle.
Oh, that's why you whistle.
Yes, that's why I whistle. Whenever I feel afraid, I hold my head erect and whistle a happy tune, so no one will suspect I'm afraid. While shivering in my shoes, I strike a careless pose and whistle a happy tune, so no one ever knows I'm afraid. The result of this deception is very strange to tell, for when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well. I whistle a happy tune, and every single time the happiness in the tune convinces me that I'm not afraid. Make believe you're brave, and the trick will take you far. You may be as brave as you make believe you are. You may be as brave as you make believe you are.
I think that's a very good idea, Mother. A very good idea.
It is a good idea, isn't it?
You know, I don't think I shall ever be afraid again.
Good.
While shivering in my shoes, I strike a careless pose and whistle a happy tune, so no one ever knows I'm afraid. The result of this deception is very strange to tell, for when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well. I whistle a happy tune, and every single time the happiness in the tune convinces me that I'm not afraid. Make believe you're brave, and the trick will take you far. You may be as brave as you make believe you are.
disrespectful.
Oh, was I whistling? I hadn't realised.
Good evening, sir. Welcome to Siam.
Call you, sir.
Hush, Louis, hush.
Sir, the Callahome, he wished to know you are schoolmistress for royal children,
Yes, I am.
and you have friends here in Bangkok.
I know no one in Bangkok at all.
Sir, the Callahome, he wished to know if you are married.
I am a widow.
And the manner of your deceased husband?
He was an officer in Her Majesty's Army. Tell your master his business is with me in my capacity as school teacher to the royal children. He has no right to pry into my personal affairs. What are you having, Captain Orton?
I don't like that man.
In foreign country, it's best you like everyone until you leave.
Your Excellency, I had no idea you spoke English.
It is not necessary for you to know everything. You come with me now. Your boxes will be taken to Palace later.
Oh, no, I'm not living at the palace.
Who say?
The king says. He's promised me £20 a month and a house of my own.
King do not always remember what he promised. If I tell King he break promise, it make anger in him. I suggest you make anger in him about the larger matters.
But all I need is 10 minutes audience with him.
King very busy now. New Year celebrations just finishing. Fireworks every night. Also, cremation ceremony of late Queen.
Oh, you've lost your queen. Oh, I'm so sorry. When did she die?
4 years ago. With cremation ceremony come also fireworks.
But what are we to do in the meantime?
In the meantime, you will wait here in Palace.
Your Excellency, I will work in the palace, but I must have a house that I can go to at the end of the day when my duties are over.
What do you wish to do in the evening that cannot be done in Palace?
How dare you? I don't think you understand. I came here to work. I must support myself and my young son, and I will take no less than what I have been promised.
And you will tell King this.
I will tell King this.
Ha! Be very interesting meeting. You come with me now or stay on board. I do not care.
If you wish to stay on board and return to Singapore.
No, thank you, Captain Orton. I will go with you. A bargain has been made on my part, and I intend to stick to it. But a bargain has been made on both sides. I will go with you.
To Palace?
For the time being.
Hi!
Come now. Thank you, Captain Orton.
Goodbye, Captain.
Your Majesty,
Wait.
I have been meaning to speak to you about English school teacher. She is waiting to see you.
She is here in Siam. Hello.
2 weeks, 3 weeks. She has needed disciplining, Your Majesty. She objects to living in palace and talks about house that you promised her.
I do not recollect such promise. Tell her I will see her. Tell her I will see her in a moment.
Oh! This is Lantha, Your Majesty, emissary from court of Burma.
Ah, you are here for copying of famous Bangkok temple, of which I have given permission.
He brings you present from Prince of Burma.
Am I to trust the ruler of Burma? Am I to trust this present? Or is she just a spy?
I am not a spy. My name is Taptim. You are pleased that I speak English? My name is Taptim.
You, come.
King is pleased with you. He likes you.
King is pleased. He is pleased with me, my Lord and Master. Declares he's pleased with me. What does he mean? What does he know of me? This Lord and Master, when he has looked at me, what has he seen? Something young, soft and slim, painted cheek, tip-rid lip, smiling lips, all for him, eyes that shine just for him, so he thinks, just for him. So the man may be my Lord and Master, though he may study me as hard as he can. The smile beneath my smile he'll never see. He'll never know I love another man. He'll never know I love Your Majesty wishes me to leave.
I will tell you when I wish you to leave.
Madame Leon Owens.
You are school teacher.
Yes, Your Majesty, when may I start my work?
I will tell you when I wish you to start.
For there is a small matter we need to settle first, Your Majesty.
You are part of grand plan to bring to Siam all that is good of Western culture. Already I am bringing here printing press for printing.
Yes, I know, Your Majesty.
How you know?
Well, before I came here, I found out all I could about Your Majesty's ambitions to Siam.
Ha! This is scientific. How do you like your apartments in Palace?
Well, they are quite comfortable. However, my young son and I have found them rather confining, with Amazons guarding the door and not allowing us to leave our quarters.
Strangers cannot be allowed to roam palace before presentment to king. You could look out of windows.
We have done so, Your Majesty. We have seen New Year celebrations, royal cremation ceremonies, etc., etc., etc.
What is this, etc.?
Well, according to the dictionary, Your Majesty, it means "and the rest." All the things you have been doing while we have been waiting. The fireworks.
Best fireworks I ever see at funeral. How do you like my acrobats?
Splendid, Your Majesty. Best acrobats I ever see at funeral.
Have children prepare for presentment to school teacher.
How many children has Your Majesty?
I have 67. I begin very late. But you shall only teach children of wives that are in favor of king, which at present are very few. Very few indeed. Lady Tiang. This is Madame Leon Owens, school teacher. This is Lady Tiang, head wife.
There is a happy land far, far away, where saints in glory stand, bright, bright as day. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Missionary.
Oh, a missionary taught you English.
Yes, sir, missionary.
Lady Tiang, you will help Madame Leon Owens with school teaching, and in return you will teach her better the English.
Your Majesty.
She is grateful for my kindness.
Oh, I see. Your Majesty, I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand about my house.
You, nothing. already speak well the English. She arrived today. A present from Burma Prince.
She's a present?
Madame, you have English books I can read?
Yes, of course I have.
I wish most to read a book called Small House of Uncle Thomas. It's by American lady, Harriet Beecher Stowe.
A woman has written a book.
Yes, Your Majesty. A most wonderful book. An American book. All about slavery.
President Lincoln, he against slavery, no? Me too. Slavery, very bad thing. I think you will also teach wives, but only those wives who are in royal favor.
Your Majesty, I would be most happy to teach your wives, even though it was not part of our agreement. Speaking of our agreement,
I
reminds
am
me
also
that...
thinking you will help me with foreign correspondence.
Yes, Your Majesty. But Your Majesty, about my house. I don't think you understand about my house.
House? What is this of house?
I want my house, the house you promised me.
But you will live here in palace. You teach in palace, you live in palace. If you do not live in palace, you do not teach, and you go wherever you please. I do not care. Do you understand this?
Well, yes, Your Majesty, but if these are the only terms on which I am to remain,
Enough!
I'm afraid...
Enough time for talking. I have no more time for talk. You talk to other women. My women. My wives.
Oh my goodness! What on earth are they doing to me?
They think you wear big skirts like that because you're shaped like that.
Oh, well, look. I'm not.
They wish to know, sir, if you have children.
I have one little boy.
I have boy too. Crown Prince Chaufa Chulalonghorn, heir to throne. I would be happy if you would teach children.
Oh, I would be most happy to teach the children. I came all the way from Singapore to do so, but really, under these circumstances...
You could be great help to all here, sir.
Lady Tian, why do you call me sir?
Because you scientific, not lowly like woman.
Do you all think women are more lowly than men? Well, I don't.
Please, sir, do not tell King. Make King very angry.
King's very angry already. That young girl, he said she was a present.
From Prince of Burma. I think she love another man. If so, she will never see other man again.
Oh, poor child.
Oh, no, sir. She is foolish child to wish for another man when she has king.
But you can't help wishing for a man if he's the man you want.
It is strange for school teacher to talk so romantic.
Romantic? Well, yes, I suppose I am. I was very much in love with my late husband, Tom.
Oh.
Once a woman is loved like that, she understands all her other women who are in love, and she's on their side too, even if she's just a school teacher.
He was pretty in face.
Oh dear, yes. He was very pretty in face. When I think of Tom, I think about a night when the earth smelt of summer and the sky was filled with light and the soft mist of England was sleeping on a hill. I remember this, and I always will.
there for presentment to school teacher.
But Your Majesty, I don't think you appreciate my...
Silence! You will stand here for presentment of royal children.
Very well, Your Majesty.
The royal princes and princesses. proverb you learned yesterday and writing down in copybook 12 times.
A thought for the day. East or west, home is best.
East, west, home, west, home, home is house. All I hear for many months is house. Are my children to learn nothing more?
Well, yesterday we were taught that the world is round ball which spins on stick through the middle. Everyone knows that the world rides on the back of a great turtle to stop it from running off into stars.
How can it be that many people know one thing, but many people believe another thing?
Then, which is true?
World is ball with stick through it. I believe.
You believe? Does that mean You do not know? But you must know, because you are king.
One day you will be king, and you will know everything.
How do I learn? And when do I know? And I know everything.
One day, when you are king. Now leave me. When you are king. I do not know. I am not sure. I am not sure of anything. When I was a boy, world was better spot. What was so, what was not. Now I am a man, world has changed a lot. Some things nearly so, others nearly not. There are times I almost think I am not sure of what I absolutely know. Very often find confusion in conclusion I concluded long ago. In my head are many facts that as a student I am starting to procure. In my head are many facts of which I wish I was more certain I was sure. But it is a puzzlement. Shall I join with other nations in alliance? If allies are weak, am I not best alone? If allies are strong with power to protect me, would they not protect me out of what I own? Is a danger to be trusting one another. One is seldom wants to do what other wishes, but someday if somebody trusts somebody, there'll be nothing left on earth excepting fishes. There are times I almost think nobody's sure of what they absolutely know. Everybody find confusion in conclusion they concluded long ago. Though it puzzled me to learn that though a man may be in doubt of what he knows, very soon he will fight, he'll fight to prove that what he does not know is so. Oh, sometimes I think that people going mad. Oh, sometimes I think that people not so bad. But no matter what I think, I must go on living life as ruler of my country and so forth, as father to my children and husband to each wife, etc., etc., and so forth. If my Lord in heaven would show the way, every day I try to live another day. If my Lord in heaven would show the way, every day I try to live another day. But is a puzzlement.
I want to hear the beginnings and the ends of your words. Now, once again, shoulders back, chins up, and nice big smiles, because this is your school song, and you love your school. Now, once again, 1, 2, 3.
We work and work from week to week at the Royal Bangkok Academy, and English words are all we speak at the Royal Bangkok Academy. If we pay attention to our teacher and obey her every rule, we'll be grateful for those golden years at our dear old school. The Royal Blue is ocean. Red, Siam. Here is King of Siam. In right hand is weapon. Show how he destroy all who fight him. Green is Burma. Here is King of Burma. No clothes mean how poor is King of Burma.
Yes, Lady Tian, thank you. Will you take my place? Now, the map we've been looking at is an old one. Today, we have a surprise. Louis, would you pull that cord for me, please? A new map, all the way from England. It has just arrived. It is a present from His Majesty, your King.
The Lord of Light.
Yes, the Lord of Light.
And white is Siam.
Siam not so small.
Hush, Your Highness, hush.
Wait, let me show you England. See, England is even smaller than Siam.
Now, before I came here, Siam was to me just like that little white spot. Now that I've been here for almost a year, I've met the people of Siam, and I'm beginning to understand them.
You like us?
I like you very much indeed. It's a very ancient saying, but a true and honest thought, that if you become a teacher, by your pupils you'll be taught. As a teacher I've been learning, you'll forgive me if I boast, but I've now become an expert on the subject I like most. Getting to know you. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you that is Norway. Norway.
Norway.
Norway is a very cold place. Sometimes it's so cold that the lakes and rivers freeze, and the water becomes so hard you can walk on it.
Walk on water.
Yes, walk on water.
How is possible? Hard water.
Not only is it hard, but it's very slippery too. People, when they walk on it, they fall down and slide. Not only do the lakes and rivers freeze, but the raindrops as they fall from the sky are turned into small white spots, which look like lace. This is called snow.
Snow.
Spots of lace.
Yes, Your Highness. The rain freezes as it falls from the sky.
And the raindrops, they turn into little stars.
Yes, some of them do look like stars. Small, white, tiny little stars.
There isn't a word of truth in that. I do not believe such a thing as snow. I don't believe Siam is so big and other countries so big.
Siam, biggest country in world.
Listen!
What? How can schoolroom be so unscientific?
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Majesty. We were having a little misunderstanding. I was teaching them about snow, and they refused to believe there was such a thing.
Snow?
Snow.
Ah, yes, from mountaintop.
From sky.
From sky to mountaintop.
Siam, please, how does it come down from sky?
Like this. I have seen pictures of Switzerland. A land all white with snow.
That's right, Your Majesty.
Who is not believing school teacher?
Oh, well, after all, they have never seen it.
Never seen? If they are only to believe what they see, why do we have schoolroom? Up! Everyone up! Do not ever let me hear you not believing school teacher again, which I bring here at very, very great expense of 20 pounds. 20 English pounds each month. Standing! Children must learn, teacher must teach, not learning silly English song, Home Sweet House, to try and remind me of promise I never make.
But you did promise me a house, Your Majesty. A brick residence adjoining the royal palace. Palace. Those were the words in your letter.
I do not recall such words.
I recall them.
I will do remembering. Who is king here? I remind you. You remember that. All I know is that you are my servant.
Oh, no, Your Majesty.
What? I say you are my servant.
Indeed, I am not your servant.
I would say a mother has bad manners.
Oh, you would you? Well, I say your father no
No, Your Majesty. If you do not give me the house you promised me, I shall return to England.
I do not let her do nothing that is not my pleasure. And it is my pleasure that you live here, in palace. In palace.
No, Your Majesty.
I give you bigger rooms. I give you servants.
That is not the point, Your Majesty.
Why are you wishing to leave all these children who are loving you so extraordinarily?
I do not wish to leave them. I'm loving them too, quite extraordinarily. But I simply cannot stay in a land where a promise has no meaning.
We say no more of promise.
A land where there is great talk of honour and a wish for Siam to take its place among the modern nations of the world, where there is talk of change, but where everything still remains according to the wishes of the king.
You will say no more! No more!
I will say no more, because I have no more to say!
Out! 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 A world so big. Siam so small. England so small. All of people very, very small. No man big enough to be alone. no man big enough, except King. King is different, I think.
Where's Mrs. Anna?
She will not be with us ever again. She has quarreled with the king.
But how can we meet if she's not with us? Mrs. Anna was our only friend.
We cannot be seen talking together. Anyone can come in. Pretend you wait for her.
If only we could stop pretending. We kiss in a shadow. We hide from the moon. Our meetings are few and too soon. We speak in a whisper, afraid to be heard. When people are near, we speak not a word. Alone in our secret, together we sigh for one smiling day to be free. To kiss in the sunlight and say to the sky, behold and believe what you see. Behold how my lover loves me. Captain, when can we meet? When?
It is not possible. We cannot be alone together. Ever. Not ever. We speak in a whisper, afraid to be heard. When people are near, we speak not a word.
Alone in
plans to leave on the next sailing.
I am not sure my father will allow your mother to go.
I am not sure my mother will allow your father not to allow her to go.
Why does not your mother just admit she was wrong?
I don't believe my mother thinks she was wrong.
It begins to appear as if people do not know whether they are right or wrong, even when they grow up.
I have noticed that too.
It puzzled. When I left my father a little while back, I found him talking to himself. He seemed uncertain about many things.
I don't believe grown-ups are very certain. They only talk as if they're certain.
There are times I almost think they are not sure of what they absolutely know.
I believe they are confused about conclusions they concluded long ago.
If my father and your mother are not sure of what they absolutely know, can you tell me why they fight?
They fight to prove that what they do not know is so.
Oh, sometimes I think that people going mad.
Sometimes I think that people are not so bad.
But no matter what I think, I must go on living life. And someday as a leader, I must go forth. Be father to my children, and husband to each wife, etc., etc., and so forth. If my Lord in heaven were to show the way, every day I try to live another day. If my Lord in heaven were to show the way, every day I do my best for one more day. But
In a parliament.
Your servant. Indeed, I'm not your servant, although you give me less than servant's pay. I'm a free and independent employee. Because I'm a woman, you think like every woman. I have to be a slave or concubine. You conceited, self-indulgent, libertine. Oh, how I wish I'd said that. Right to his face, libertine. And while we're on the subject, sire, there are certain goings-on around his place, which I'd like to tell you I do not admire. I do not like polygamy, or even moderate bigamy. I realize that in your eyes that clearly makes a prig of me, but I am from a civilized land called Wales, where men like you were kept in county jails. In your pursuit of pleasure, you have mistresses who treasure you. They have no ken of other men, besides on which to measure you. A flock of sheep and you the only ram. No wonder you're the wonder of Siam. Oh, I'm really rather glad I didn't say that. Not with all the women standing right there. And the children. The children. I'll not forget the children. Wherever I may go, I'll always see those little faces looking up at me. Your Majesty, shall I tell you what I think of you? You're spoiled. You're a conscientious worker, but you're spoiled. Giving credit where it's due, there is much I like in you, but it's also very true that you're spoiled. Everybody's always bowing to the king. Everybody has to grovel to the king. By your order you are blessed, by your ladies you're caressed, but the one who loves you best is the king. All that bowing and kowtowing to remind you of your royalty, I find a most disgusting exhibition. I wouldn't ask a Siamese cat to demonstrate his loyalty by taking that ridiculous position. How would you like it if you were a man, playing the part of a toad, crawling around on your elbows and knees, eating the dust in the road? Toads, toads, all of your people are toads. Yes, your majesty, no, your majesty, tell us how low to go, your majesty. Make some more decrees, your majesty. Don't let us up of our knees, your majesty. Give us a kick if it please, your majesty. Give us a kick if you would, your majesty. Oh, that was good, your majesty.
Who is it?
Mrs. Anna, it is our Lady Tian.
At this hour of the night? One moment.
Mrs. Anna, will you go to King?
Now? Has he sent for me?
No, but he would be glad to see you. He is deeply wounded man. No one has ever spoken to him as you did today in schoolroom.
Lady Tian, no one has ever behaved to me as His Majesty did in the schoolroom today.
And there is more distressing thing. Our agents in Singapore have found letters to British government from certain people whose greedy eyes are on Siam. They describe King as barbarian and suggest making Siam protectorate.
But that is outrageous. He's many things I don't like, but he's not a barbarian.
Then you will help him?
You mean advise him?
It cannot sound like advice. King cannot take advice. And if you go to him, he will not bring up subject. You must bring it up.
Oh, Lady Tian, I cannot go to him. It's against all my principles, especially with him not having asked for me.
He wished to be new blood king, with Western ideas. But it is hard for him, Mrs. Anna. And there is something else. Princess Tuptim, I do not tell King this for his sake. This I will deal with in my own way. But for these other things, he need help, Mrs. Anna.
He has you.
I am not equal to his special needs. He could be great man, but he needs special help. He needs you.
Please don't think I'm being stubborn, but I simply cannot go to him. I will not.
What more can I say to you? This is a man who thinks with his heart. His heart is not always wise. This is a man who stumbles and falls, but this is a man who tries. This is a man you forgive and forgive, and help and protect as long as you live. He
I will tell him she's anxious to come. I will tell him that it is she, it's him.
That also will be true. This is a woman who knows many things, but this I think she does not know.
She'll always go along, defend him when he's wrong, and tell him when he's wrong. He's wonderful. He'll always let her know. And so he'll let her love. A man who needs your love can be wonderful.
Your Majesty. Your Majesty. Your Majesty is reading the Bible.
Ah, Mrs. Anna, I am thinking your Moses shall have been a fool.
Moses?
Moses, Moses, Moses. Quite clearly states here, it is written by him that the world was created in 6 days. Both you know and I know it took many centuries to create. Therefore, I am thinking that Moses shall have been a fool to have written so. What is your opinion?
Well, Your Majesty, the Bible was not written by men of science, but by men of faith. It was their explanation of the miracle of creation, which is the same miracle whether it took 6 days or many centuries.
You have come to apologize.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty, but
Good, you apologize.
Your Majesty, I'm...
Good, I accept.
Your Majesty, nothing that has been said can alter the fact that in my country, a promise is a promise.
Tell me of your President Lincoln. Is he winning the war he is fighting at present? Does he have enough guns? And elephants for transporting of sail?
I don't think they have elephants in America, Your Majesty.
No elephants?
No.
Then we will send him some. Right, letter.
Now?
Now is always best time. When else?
Very well, Your Majesty.
From Farah Miha Mongo, by royal blessing of most superior agency in the world, in universe, the King of Siam, sovereign of all tributary countries, surrounding and adjacent to, etc., etc., etc. Do you have no respect for me? I cannot be expected to stand all the time. In this country, no one's head shall be higher than king. In future, when in my presence, your head shall not be higher than mine.
You mean on the floor? Oh, Your Majesty, I shall try very hard to not let my head be above yours, but I simply couldn't grovel on the floor. I couldn't work that way or think.
You are a very difficult woman, but you will take great care to make sure your head is no higher than mine. When I sit, you will sit. When I kneel, you will kneel, etc., etc., etc.
Very well, Your Majesty.
Is promised?
Is promise.
Good. royal presidency of United States in America, Abraham Lincoln. It has occurred to us It has occurred to us It has occurred to us that if several pairs of young male elephants were let loose in forests of Africa and America, they would increase.
Your Majesty, just male elephants.
You fill in details, etc., etc. I have more important matters on my mind. Very important matters.
Anything I could help you with, Your Majesty?
Why should I discuss important matters with women?
Very well, Your Majesty. Then I shall say good night.
Good night.
Your Majesty.
What?
When the boat arrived from Singapore,
Ha! Singapore.
was there any news from abroad?
There was news. They call me barbarian.
Who?
Certain parties who wish to use this as an excuse to steal Siam. Suppose you were Queen Victoria, and someone say King of Siam is barbarian. Do you believe?
Well,
You will believe, because there is no one else to speak otherwise.
But it is a lie.
It is a false lie.
What are you going to do about it?
You guess.
Well, if someone were telling a lie about me to England, I would try very hard to send the truth to England. Is that what Your Majesty has decided to do?
This is what I have decided to do. But how? How do I do this? You guess.
Well, I think that when Sir Edward Ramsay and his party arrived...
Ramsay?
British diplomat.
On way from Singapore. When he arrive, I will take opportunity to express my opinion on English thieves who wish to steal Siam. I will show him who is barbarian. What is this face you put on?
Well, I don't think you will fight with Sir Edward.
I will not.
No. I think you will entertain him in an especially grand manner, so that when he returns to England, he will report that you are not a barbarian.
Naturally.
That's the best way to get the better of the British. Put your best foot forward. Oh, it's just an expression, Your Majesty. It means, show them your most intelligent man, your most beautiful women. Edward admires beautiful women.
Edward? You call him this?
I knew him before I was married in Bombay.
But shall it be proper for British dignitary to see women with no shoes? Shall it be proper for women to put best bare feet forward? No, I do not think so. He will go back to Queen Victoria and say, I am barbarian. Why you not think of this?
We shall dress them up, European fashion.
You mean dress them up in dresses?
Yes, Your Majesty. How many women may I have sew for me?
All of women in kingdom. How many dresses?
That depends on how many women are chosen by Your Majesty.
Yes, and you will tell me who is most like looking like European woman for dressing like same.
Of course.
Wake up! Wake up, wives, gods, wake up! And I shall command Chinese artists to paint faces pale. And also, you will educate women in customs for presentation.
Of course, Your Majesty. How much time do you think we shall have?
Sir Ramsay's boat last seen off Songkla. Depending how many ports he call into, depends how long it takes. Let us say 1 week.
1 week? Your Majesty, 1 week?
In this time, whole world was created. Moses said. Is there anything else I do not think about?
We could give them a dinner. A European dinner. And a ball with music.
Music. and dancing.
And dancing.
Why do you not think of dancing?
It's an inspired idea, Your Majesty. We could give them a play. Tuptim has written a version of Uncle Tom's Cabin.
We shall give them theatrical performance. I will show them who is barbarian. Ah, Lady Tiang, on Saturday next at 9 o'clock, post-meridian, we will have fine European dinner. You will instruct stewards on European dishes for tasting. I will taste and school teacher will taste. Lady Tiang, you will make long white tablecloth of pure white silk for very, very long table. Also instruct court musicians to learn European music for dancing. Am I to be bothered by children at this moment in time? Ho, ho, ho! Mrs. Anna, we must be scientific with children.
Yes, Your Majesty.
For this week, everyone in kingdom shall work hard until everything is done. And for that is not done, every man and woman will be beaten 100 times. Lady Tiang, everyone must know this. Above all, I must not be worried of anything.
Look, Your Majesty.
Fireworks? Who has ordered fireworks at this time in the morning? No one's ordered fireworks but me.
Your Majesty, the British, the gunboat.
They attack?
No, Your Majesty, they spoke. We answer with fireworks. This is Edward Ramsay and his party.
Now?
Now! No. Come direct from Songkla. No stop.
No stops, Your Majesty, no stops.
No, tell them to go back. We are not ready.
Not ready, Your Majesty.
You do not know. You do not know. This is best idea I ever get.
We can do it, Your Majesty. Still you can do it.
When they arrive, we will put them to bed, and tomorrow we will send them on sightseeing trip.
Yes, we must start straight away. Work. We only have 18 hours, but somehow I'll do it.
No, I will do it. You will help me.
Of course, Your Majesty.
For tonight, we will work all the way through. Tomorrow, we will work all day, even when sun is high in sky. We will work. Ah, priest, come down. First, we will ask Buddha for help. Everyone, prepare to bow for Buddha. Bow. You, bow. Oh, Buddha, give us the aid and strength of your wisdom. And Buddha, help us to prove to the visiting English that we are truly extraordinary and remarkable people.
And Buddha, help us to prove to the visiting English that we are extraordinary and remarkable people.
And Buddha, help Mrs. Anna to stay awake for scientific sewing of dresses, even though she may only be a woman and a Christian and therefore unworthy of your interest.
And Buddha, help those who are keep awake for scientific sewing of dresses, even though she be only a woman and a Christian and therefore unworthy of your interest.
A promise is a promise. Your head shall never be higher than mine. And Buddha, I promise to give this unworthy woman a house of her own, a house adjoining royal palace, a brick residence, according to agreement, etc., etc., etc.
And Buddha, I promise you in this unworthy woman a house of her own, a brick residence adjoining the royal palace, according to agreement.
swollen skirt. Lady Tian, why do we have to wear these dresses for the British? Whatever Mrs. Anna wants for us is wise and good. But this is a puzzlement. To prove we're not barbarians, they dress us up like savages. To prove we're not barbarians, we wear a funny skirt. Western people funny, Western people funny, Western people funny, of that there is no doubt. They feel so sentimental about the Oriental. They always try to turn us inside down and upside out. Upside down and upside out. To bruise and pinch our little toes, our feet are cramped in leather shoes. They'd break if we had brittle toes, but now they only hurt more. Our feet are cramped in leather shoes. They'd break if we had brittle toes, but now they only hurt. Western people funny, Western people funny, Western people funny, try to be true. They think they civilize us whenever they advise us to learn to make the same mistake that they are making too. But they make quite a few.
Here are the napkins for dinner. Would you put them on the table, please?
Thank you.
Thank you. Now then, ladies, let me look at you. Oh, very pretty. Now turn around. Lovely. Now, show me your curtsy. Oh my goodness me!
What? What shall be trouble
Your
now?
Majesty, they have practically no undergarments.
Undergarments? Of what importance is undergarments at this moment in time?
Of great importance, Your Majesty.
Are you wearing undergarments?
Of course, Your Majesty.
This is customary. For a woman to think she has no legs is silly. Wherefore then, swollen skirt?
Well, the white skirt is symbolic. It represents the circle within which a woman is protected.
And this is necessary. Englishmen are so aggressive. I did not know.
I said it was symbolic, Your Majesty.
These undergarments, they are devised for symbolic and ornamental manner, yes?
Yes, sometimes, Your Majesty.
And this is what you will be wearing tonight.
Yes, Your Majesty, do you like it?
This is what all visiting ladies shall look like.
I believe so, yes.
And this is customary, etc., etc., etc.
Why, yes, Your Majesty. What's so unusual about bare shoulders? Why, your own ladies usually wear
It
practical...
is different. They wear coverings on other areas of body. Therefore is different.
Well, I'm sorry Your Majesty doesn't approve.
I did not say I do not approve. What I said.
The English are in palace.
Ladies, they want nothing of the kind.
Herewith shall be list of subjects I wish you to bring up at dinner for talk. On such subjects I am very brilliant and will make great impression. We will begin with subject of Moses.
Now, Your Majesty, please remember that Mr. Courtright is an editor of a newspaper. Ladies, come back! Ladies, please, come back!
not educate girls on English custom of spying glass.
Oh, my monocle! Was that what frightened them? Hello, Anna, my dear.
Oh,
This is Sir Edward Ramsay, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
I am sorry my ladies do not make good impression, sir.
On the contrary, Your Majesty, I have never received so good an impression in so short a time. You have most attractive pupils, Anna.
You must meet my younger pupils tomorrow, Edward. His Majesty's children.
Oh, I shall be delighted. And how many children do you have, Your Majesty?
I have 77. I'll not be married very long. Next month, 3 more.
No problem at all about finding an heir to the throne, eh? I suppose I should apologize for wandering into this room. The rest of the party were way ahead of me at night.
Oh, Edward, I'm so pleased you decided to visit us. I mean, visit His Majesty, of course.
It was your postscript to His Majesty's letter that really brought me here.
Postscript?
Your Majesty is most happy you decided to accept his invitation, weren't you, Your Majesty?
I was very happy.
Your Majesty, dinner is about to be served. But first, I would like to present your guests to you in the reception room.
Dinner, dinner, dinner.
You've met?
Your Excellency.
Anna, my dear, you're looking lovelier than ever.
Oh, thank you, Edward.
Found a job to do, eh? People you can help? That's it, isn't it? It's extraordinary how one gets attached to people who need one. Do you hear that? Do you remember we once danced with that in Bombay? Still dance?
Not very often.
You should.
I think we'd better be going in, Edward.
Are you sure you don't have to get homesick?
No, Edward, I told you. I have nothing there.
Anna, do you remember that I once asked you to marry me before Tom came along?
Dear Edward.
Dancing after dinner.
I'm so sorry, sir. I'm afraid I started to talk over old times.
It was my impression Mrs. Anna would help with seating of guests at dinner table.
In that case, we'd better be going in, Anna.
Yes, we better be going in, Anna.
His Majesty made a most interesting comment about Moses the other day.
May I have
It
that?
appears he takes exception with the fact that Moses seems to...
Princess Topsy, dinner is over. King and his English guests are on way to Theatre Pavilion. Should you not be there to begin your play?
I came out here to memorize my lines.
I think not, Princess. I have seen you and Luntar together. I do not tell King. For his sake, I do not wish to hurt him, but your lover must leave Siam tonight.
Tonight?
Go to the theatre, Princess.
Turn back and look the other way. I am here in the shadow of the wall. I will stay here until she has turned the corner. She says you will leave Siam tonight, but I do not believe her.
It is true, Captain. They have already been to the first ship that leaves for Burma and let us do it.
What will we do?
You will come with me.
I?
Secret police will be at the theatre. Meet me here after your play. Everything is arranged.
I cannot believe it.
I can. It will be just as I've pictured it a million times before. I have dreamed that your arms are lovely. I have dreamed that your joy you breathe. I have dreamed every word you whisper when you're close.
me again.
Mrs. Anna, we are leaving tonight.
Leaving? But how?
Do not ask me how. It is better if you do not know. I shall never forget you, Mrs. Anna. Never.
God bless you both. I've been in love like you. I know how it feels to have wings on your heels and to fly down the street in a trance. You fly down the street on a chance that you'll meet, and you'll meet not merely by chance. Don't cry, lovers, whatever you do. Don't cry because I'm alone. All of my memories are happy tonight. I've had a love of my own. I've had a love of my own like yours. I've had a love of my
Your Majesty and honorable guests, I beg to put before you small house of Uncle Thomas. Small house of Uncle Thomas, small house of Uncle Thomas, brilliant for House is in Kingdom of Kentucky, ruled by most wicked king in all America, Simon of Legree. Your Majesty, I beg to put before you loving friends. Uncle Thomas. Thomas. Little Eva. Little Eva. Little Topsy. Topsy make a Topsy. Happy people. Very happy people. Happy people. Happy people. Your Majesty, I beg to put before you one who is not happy, the slave Eliza. Oh, Eliza, oh, Eliza, unfortunate slave. Eliza's lord and master, King Simon of Legree. She hates her lord and master and fears him. This king has sold her lover to faraway province of Ohio. Lover's name is George. George? Baby in her arms also called George. George? Eliza says she ran away and look for lover, George. George? So she bids goodbye to friends and starts on her escape. The escape. Eliza, Eliza. Poor Eliza running and running to a rainstorm. I regret to put before you King Simon of Legree. Because one slave has run away, Simon beating every slave. Simon, clever man. He decided to hunt Eliza, not only with soldiers, but with scientific dogs, who sniff and smell, and thereby discover all who run from king. Angel, make the wind blow cold. Make the river water hard, hard enough to walk upon. Buddha make a miracle. Angel show her how to walk on frozen water. veil of lace. Forgot to tell you name of miracle. Snow. All of a sudden she could see wicked Simon of the Green sliding across the river but with his blood and many slaves. What has happened to the river? Buddha has called out the sun. On other side of river is pretty city, Canada, where Eliza sees lovely small house. Guess who live in house? Uncle Thomas,
The old Uncle Thomas,
little Eva,
little Eva,
little Topsy,
mischief maker Topsy,
lover George,
faithful lover George.
who is looking like angel to Eliza. They have all escaped from wicked Simon and make happy reunion. Topsy glad that Simon died. Topsy dance for joy. I tell you what Harriet Beecher Stowe say that Topsy say. I specs, I is the wickedest creature in the world. But I do not believe that Topsy is wicked creature, because I too am glad for death of king, of any king who pursues a slave who is unhappy and wishes to join her lover. And your majesty, I wish to say to you, your majesty, and honorable guests, I will tell you end of story. It's very sad ending. Buddha has saved Eliza, but with the blessings of Buddha also come sacrifice. Buddha's wish that Eva comes to him and thank him personally for saving of Eliza and And so she died and go to arms of Buddha.
A great success, Your Majesty. I enjoyed Princess Tuptin's play immensely.
This play did not succeed with me. It is immoral for king to drown in pursuit of slave who deceive. Immoral, immoral, immoral. And Tuptim will know of my displeasure.
Your conversation at dinner was most amusing.
I was forced to laugh out loud myself. I was very funny.
Her Majesty Queen Victoria would be very glad to know that we have reached such felicitative agreement about Siam.
I am very happy.
I think, with your permission, I will take my leave, Your Majesty. Goodbye, Anna, my dear. It was lovely to see you.
Goodbye, Edward. May I remove my shawl, Your Majesty? It's a very hot night. I'm so pleased with everything.
It is all over.
Yes, Your Majesty.
I am aware of your interest. I am very happy of your help in this endeavor. Therefore, I wish to make a gift. Please, you accept. Put it on, finger. Put it on, put it on, put it on.
Your Majesty, I don't know what to say.
Sometimes when you do not know what to say, it's always best to stay silent. A white elephant has been discovered in forests of Ayutthaya.
You consider this a good omen, don't you?
Things are going very, very well with us.
Yes. Things are going very well with us.
Your Majesty!
Wait, wait, wait! Come in.
It is I, Your Majesty. Secret police are here and will make a report to you.
Secret police?
You will wait here.
Ah! Your finger. It shines.
Yes. His Majesty. I didn't know what to say. After all, in my country, a woman would never accept such a gift from a man. But of course, after all, he is the king. Actually, it places me in a rather difficult position. I was going to ask him for a rise, but well, now.
And now you will find it difficult to ask.
Very. I don't suppose you could speak to him for me. About my rise in salary, I mean.
I will do this for you. For this is a strange world where men and women can be very blind about things that are closest to them.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I don't know what you mean, but...
That does not matter. I do not think you will raise your salary anyway.
Good news and bad news come together. Please to stay up all night until further report on item of Tuptim.
I had intended to do so, Your Majesty.
Perhaps I'd better go too, Your Majesty.
No. I wish to talk to you.
Very well. Is it about Tuptim?
This is not the most important thing I wish to discuss with you. It is of great importance that the British think very highly of me. Already, secret police are serving coffee after dinner and listening to talk. They'll report back conversation to me.
You're spying on your guests, Your Majesty.
How else can I know the truth? It appears I have made great impression. They do not think me barbarian.
This is what you intended to prove, Your Majesty.
This is what we intended to prove.
Yes.
Tuptim.
What about her, Your Majesty?
She is missing from palace. What do you know about this?
The last time I saw Tuptim was at the theatre pavilion.
This is last time anyone see her. Does she not talk to you of running away?
Well, I knew she wasn't happy.
Unhappy? Why is she unhappy? She lives in palace of king. It's great honor to live in palace of king.
If Tuptim is found, will she be punished?
Naturally. What would you do if you were king?
Well, I believe I would give her a chance to explain. I believe I would not be too harsh. Your Majesty, of what interest to you is one girl like Tuptim? Why, she's just another girl. Just as one bowl of rice is just like another bowl of rice. No different from any other bowl of rice.
Now you understand women. But English poets,
Your Majesty has been reading poetry.
out of sickly idea of love. But poetry is nonsense. It is silly complication of simple simplicity. A woman is a female who is human, designed to please the man, the human male. A man is pleased by many women, and all the rest you hear is fairy tale.
Then tell me how this fairy tale began, sir. You cannot call it just a poet's trick. Explain to me why many men are faithful and true to one wife only.
But they are sick.
But you do expect your own wives to be faithful.
Naturally.
Why naturally?
Because he's natural. He's like old Siamese rhyme. A woman must be like a blossom, with honey for just one man. And man must be like a honeybee, and gather all he can. To fly from blossom to blossom, a honeybee must be free. But blossom must not ever fly from bee to bee to bee.
And you consider this sensible poetry, Your Majesty?
It is like your English poet, Alfred Tennyson. Come now and fold thy lily-walled sweetens up, and slip into the bosom of the lake. Come now, my precious, and slip into my bosom. English girls, they are so acrobatic.
Your Majesty, I don't think I'll ever make you understand. In my country, a woman is not just a human female. Take yourself, for instance. You are not just a human male.
I'm king.
Exactly. And every man is a king and every woman a queen when they love each other.
This is sickly idea.
It's a wonderful idea, Your Majesty. And of course I was brought up with it. And a young girl at her first dance.
A young girl dancing in arms of a man who is not her husband.
Why, yes.
I would not permit it.
Oh, it's very exciting, Your Majesty, when you're young. And you're sitting on a small gilt chair, your eyes cast down, terrified you'll be a wallflower. Suddenly you see two black shoes, a white waistcoat, the face. It speaks. We've just been introduced. I do not know you well, but when the music started, something drew me to your side. So many men and girls are in each other's arms. It made me think we might be similarly occupied. Shall we dance on on.
But she would dance holding hands with stranger.
Well, yes, sometimes, but very often just a very good friend.
Come, you shout. You teach, you teach, you teach.
Well, it's very simple, the polka. It goes 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1. Shall we dance?
1, 2, 3, and
On the bright cloud music, shall we fly?
1, 2, 3, and
Shall we dance?
1, 2, 3, and
Shall we dance and sing the night of me goodbye?
1, 2, 3, and
All the chance when the last little star has left the sky. Shall we still be together with our arms around each other? And shall you be my new
romance.
on the clear understanding that this kind of thing can happen?
Shall we dance? Shall we dance? Shall we dance?
That's it, Your
1, 2,
Majesty.
3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3.
Wonderful, Your Majesty.
No, I don't think we start again. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and
That's it, Your Majesty. Bravo.
1, 2, 3, and
1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3,
3, and 1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3.
3, and 1, 2, 3,
Wonderful, Your
1, 2,
Majesty.
3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. No. This is not right.
Yes, it is, Your Majesty. That was perfect.
This is not how I see people dancing tonight.
Yes, it is, Your Majesty. It was just like
No.
that.
Was like this. Come, we dance. We do it again.
Your Majesty,
Why do you burst through my door without waiting?
we have found Tim.
Now that you've found her, what will you do with her?
We will do what is always done in such event.
Which is what?
When it happens, you will know.
She was found on Chinese sailing boat.
Look,
She was disguised as religious student.
whose is this robe?
I do not know.
You will tell us where this man is.
It is believed she was running away with man who brought her here from Burma.
Dishonor! Dishonor! Dishonor!
He was not found on boat.
Where is this man?
I do not know.
You will tell us where he is. You will tell us!
I do not know.
It is believed you were lovers with this man.
I was not lovers with this man.
You will tell us the truth of this man! Hold this girl. Huh?
No, stop it, please. Stop it.
It is better now you realize this matter does not concern you.
But it does. It does, not only because of her, but even more because of you. This girl, she hurt your vanity. She didn't hurt your heart. You haven't got a heart.
You
never loved anyone.
You waste
never
my
will.
time! Hold this girl down.
No, Mrs. Anna.
I cannot believe you're going to do this dreadful thing.
You do not believe? You will believe when you hear her scream as you run down the hall!
But I'm not going to run down the hall. I'm going to stand here and watch you.
I will do this myself. Give!
You are a barbarian.
Hold her down!
No.
Am I to be cuckolded in my own palace? Am I to take orders from school teacher?
No, not orders.
Silence! Am I king or am I not king? I was born to rule Siam in my way, not English way, not French way, not Chinese way, but my way. You call me barbarian. There is no greater barbarian than weak king. I am strong king, strong, do you hear? Strong, hold her down.
The man, the lover, he has been found. He's dead.
Dead? Then I shall join him soon. Soon!
I shall never understand you people. I shall never understand you or your king.
You have destroyed King. He can never be anything that he was before. You have taken all that away from him. You have destroyed him. You have destroyed King.
The next boat which leaves Singapore, I shall be on it. Here, give this back to His Majesty.
I wish you had never come to Siam.
So do I. Oh, so do I.
Ah, Captain Alton. Your ship docked just in time. You welcome Elephant Prince here to Bangkok.
White elephant, eh? That's it. I saw the young prince a little while ago. I didn't see the king. I didn't see the king in the procession.
Oh, the king is ill. Very ill. He has been ill for many months now.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Your Highness, go no further, go no further.
What is this you say?
Your father is worse.
Worse?
You must return to palace at once.
Go on with the procession. Mother, you promised to tell me you're here. I think Mrs. Anna and Louis have already left for boat.
No, Chulalongkorn. Some of their boxes are still here. Their servants said they would be back soon.
Mother, what is it with my father?
It is his heart. Also, for some time now, he does not seem to want to live.
Mother, I am frightened. I am frightened because I love my father. Also because if he dies, I shall become king, and I do not know how to be.
Many men learn this after they become kings.
I've been thinking much on what Mrs. Anna used to tell us in classroom, of slavery. I also think much on what she has said of religion, and that it is a good and noble concern for each man to find for himself that of which is right and that of which is wrong.
These are good things to remember, my son, and it will be good to remember the one who taught them. Chulalongkorn!
Oh, Lady Tian, it's so nice of you to come and see us off. Captain Autumn was just having our boxes put on. He must sail with the tide.
Mrs. Anna, I did not come only to say goodbye. I come for one who must see you. You must come to him. When he heard that you were sailing, he started to write this letter. All day he has been writing. It was very difficult for him, madam. Very difficult. He has commanded that I bring it to you.
Please to read it to all of us. I'd like to hear what my father has said.
While I am lying here, I think perhaps I die. This heart of mine which you say I have not got is a matter of great concern. It occurs to me
that there shall be nothing wrong that men shall die for. All that shall matter about man is that he shall have tried his utmost best. But I do not wish to die without saying this gratitude, etc., etc. I think it is strange that a woman shall have been most earnest help of all. But, Mrs. Anna, you must remember that you have been a very difficult woman, and much more difficult than generality.
I must go to him.
I will see if he is awake. I will tell him you are here.
Mother, I thought you and the king were very angry with each other.
We were.
Now he's died. Does that make you better friends?
Well, yes, I suppose it does. It means we can't hurt each other anymore.
I didn't know he hurt you.
Oh, no. When two people are as different as we are, they're bound to hurt each other.
He always frightened me.
I wish you'd have known him better. You could have been great friends. In many ways, he was just as young as you are.
Was he as good a king as he could have been?
I don't think any king has ever been as good a king as he could have been. But this one tried. He tried very hard.
You really like him, don't you, Mother?
Yes, I really like him.
Many months have gone by, Mrs. Anna, and I do not see you. And now I die.
Oh no, Your Majesty.
This is not scientific, Mrs. Anna. I know if I die or I do not die. You are leaving Siam.
Very soon. In fact, I can only stay a few minutes more.
You are glad of this. People of Siam and royal children are not glad of this. They are in great affliction at your departure.
I shall miss them.
You will miss them, but you are still leaving. I too am leaving, but not walking onto a ship with my own 2 feet of my own free will. I am just leaving. Why is your head higher than mine? I am not afraid of what is happening to me. When you are afraid, make believe you are brave. You teach Chulalongkorn. Chulalongkorn teach me. This is very, very good thing.
You are brave, Your Majesty. You are very brave.
I have something that belongs to you. Please wear it always. Put it on. Put it on, put it on. My children. Come down, my children, come down. Good evening, my children.
Good evening, my father.
Please stand up. Children, did you come to see your father or Mrs. Anna?
It is all right, Lydia. It is suitable. Was it not said to me that someone has written a farewell letter to Mrs. Anna?
Princess Yin Yaolak has composed letter to Mrs. Anna. She cannot write, she only make up words.
Then speak letter Say it, say it, say it.
Dear friend and teacher, my goodness gracious, do not go away. We are in great need of you. We are like one blind without you. Please don't let us fall down into darkness. From your loving student, Yin Yale.
When you are afraid, make believe you will. You show them, you show them. You teach, you teach. Make this last thing you teach.
Whenever I feel afraid, I hold my head erect and whistle a happy tune, so no one will suspect I'm afraid. While shivering in my shoes, I strike and kiss.
When you are afraid, make believe you are brave. And whistle. Just whistle. Whistle.
Mother, it's the boat. It's time.
Oh, Louis, please go down to Captain Norton and have our boxes put back into our house.
Hush, 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 children. There's no need for this behavior for school teacher realizing her duty, of which I pay her exorbitant salary of £25 per month. And also bad behavior in bedroom of dying king. Chew along one. Rise. Mrs. Anna, take notes. Take notes from next king. Well. If you are king, is there nothing you would change?
I would make proclamations.
Well, make it.
First, I proclaim for the new coming year, fireworks. Also boat races.
Boat races? Why boat races for New Year's celebration?
I like boat races. And Father, I would make a second proclamation.
Well, make it.
Regarding custom of bowing to king, in fashion of lowly toad, causing embarrassing fatigue of body, degrading experience for soul, etc., etc., etc. I do not believe this to be a good thing. You are angry with me, Father?
Why do you ask question? If you are king, you are king. Do not ask question of sick, dying man or woman. I believe this proclamation to be your fault.
I hope so, Your Majesty. Oh, I do hope so.
Up! Rise up!
Rise up, stand like soldiers. It has been said that no more bowing to king to show respect. This has been said by one who has been trained for royal government.
There will be no bowing to king in fashion of lowly toad, no crouching, no crawling. This does not mean, however, you do not show respect for king. You will stand shoulders, square back, chin high, like this. You will bow to me, the gentleman, only bending the waist. Ladies will make dip, as in Europe.
Always go along.